Water loss in large lakes around the world has been more widespread in the past 3 decades than what climate experts previously thought. According to a recent study, nearly 2,000 lakes have either completely dried up or are in a state which is not fit for human consumption. Here's a report.
Since the early 1990s, more than half of the world's large lakes and reservoirs have shrunk in volume, and that's primarily due to climate crises. A team of international researchers have found that some of the world's most important freshwater sources, from the Caspian Sea between Europe and Asia to South America's Lake Titicaca, lost water at a cumulative rate of about 22 gigatons a year for nearly 3 decades. That's about 17 times the volume of Lake Mead, which is the United States' largest reservoir. Drying lakes have intensified concerns about water supply for agriculture, hydropower, and human consumption.
Just like in soup bowl, when the soup bowl is full and you start having your soup, the soup goes down, level goes down, but you still see a lot of soup there in the bowl. But once the soup level hits a certain threshold, you take that spoon full, suddenly the level is quickly down and you are looking at the bottom of the bowl. That is exactly how lakes dry out.
Climate scientists generally think that the world's arid areas will become drier under climate change and wet areas will get wetter. But this study found significant water loss even in humid regions. Scientists assessed almost 2,000 large lakes using satellite measurements combined with climate and hydrological models. They found that unsustainable human use, changes in rainfall, sedimentation, and rising temperatures have driven lake levels down globally. The study found that around 50% of lakes have shown a decline in storage and volume from 1992 to 2020.
The factors driving the trends are human consumption and temperature. And the rest is with precipitation and runoff, and then other factors are like 8 to 10%.
About 25% of the world's population lives in a lake watershed that is drying, which means nearly 2 billion people are directly affected. Many regions have faced water shortages in recent years. In recent years, scientists and campaigners have long said that global heating cannot exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius if we are to avoid the most catastrophic consequences of climate change. The world is currently warming at a rate of about 1.1 degrees Celsius. As per the recent study, unsustainable human use dried up lakes such as the Aral Sea in Central Asia and the Dead Sea in the Middle East, while lakes in Afghanistan, Egypt and Mongolia were hit by rising temperatures which can increase water loss to the atmosphere. Water levels rose in a quarter of the lakes, often as a result of dam construction in remote areas such as the inner Tibetan Plateau. Lakes are a large part of fresh water system for humans as well as the ecology. If they are drying up, scientists say, the issue deserves much more attention at a global level. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.